Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about Star Wars, The Acolyte. So, Season 1, Episode 1 and 2. So, this came out just yesterday on Disney Plus, and it's one of the ongoing Star Wars series that Disney has going on. This is supposed to take place after the High Republic, and it's created by Leslie Headland. And so like she pitched this idea to Kathleen Kennedy back when after she done like Russian Dolls. And in fact, two former Russian Doll stars are actually on this show. And so many people have described this show as Star Wars meets ninjas because, two of the characters in here, one's actually dead, but one of the main characters actually does something now dubbed as Force Fu, which, okay, I've said this before, I'm a casual Star Wars fan. I'm more of a Star Trek fan than I am Star Wars. I got into Star Wars very, very late in my adult years when I was in college and they started showing the movies, the original prequel movies that George Lucas did. And so I decided to start watching like all of them. There's probably about, I don't know, one movie I've never seen. I've seen all the live action TV shows except for one, and I haven't watched none of the animated stuff because it's animated. And as a casual Star Wars fan, I just mostly watch because of the lightsabers and everything. I love that good lightsaber goodness and everything. And it was actually Mando that actually started getting me into the television shows and stuff because originally I wasn't going to watch none of the television shows, but the Mando first season got me hooked. And so, like, even as a casual Star Wars fan, I don't remember them ever acting like ninjas. For the most part, they always seem more like Knights of the Round Table to me. And in like the George Lucas prequels, they started seeing more like samurai or Shaolin monks type thing. But I never got the impression of ninjas. The only time I ever got the impressions of ninjas when it's like a fan film on YouTube and people are just like going at it and stuff. And I like ninjas and stuff, so I don't mind this much, but it is weird to finally start seeing martial arts in Star Wars. It just feels odd. Kind of like when they started doing like martial arts and in like Star Trek, starting with Star Trek Enterprise television show. Because at first, when they fight, they don't fight like they doing martial arts, but then all of a sudden now they're doing martial arts. And now you see it in all the newer movies and the newer television shows. So it's always that odd thing. So I can understand if that like irritates people, that the fact they're acting like ninjas now and everything, because it's just, so many decades and now they're acting like it. However, of course, there are other people who are just angry for the sake of being angry and trying to get this show canceled before it ever even came on and everything, and making hundreds of videos before like the show even debuted because, oh my God, they saw a woman as the lead and that freaked them out. And oh no, they got triggered because it's a black female at the lead. And they got even more triggered because she does the pronouns of they, them, and she, her, and all this other stuff. So they're having their typical snowflake meltdown to where tears are just falling out their eyes. Well, this is why people are here to swim in their sea of tears and everything, because nobody cares what they really think. Because those people are just those angry YouTubers who want to complain about everything because they don't see a white straight male as the lead in everything. These bigots are getting on my nerves. And here's the thing. I've seen comments on other people's channels talking about, why do you call us racist and bigots if we don't like a television show or don't like a movie or have criticism of a television show or movie? People are not calling you racist and bigots because you disagree or you do not like a television show. People are calling you racist and bigots when the only argument you have is that there's a female on the show, or if there's a person of color on the show, or if there's an LGBT person on the show. Because for the most part, this show, see, this is why they call you racist and bigots. Maybe if you had an education and everything, you could understand that. But like, it's not the fact that you have a difference of opinion or the fact that you just hate something. It's the simple fact that every time you complain about something, it's always about race or gender or a person's sexuality. Because the only literal thing you want to see on TV is a straight white man. This is why people call you racist and bigots, but people are too stupid to figure that out. And this is why all of those grifter channels do what they do, because they know there's a sucker born every day. And they found themselves some. And so anyways, this show is actually very diverse. This is one reason why, like, in recent Star Wars projects, they've been trying to diversify their cast, because in the original trilogies and stuff, it was just all white. Like, it was just all white men. You have one white female, and then you will have perhaps one black male, and that's literally it. And that's how Star Wars has always been. And so this cast is actually very diverse. There's an Asian man, I believe he's of Korean descent because he's in Squid Games. He's like one of the leads. There are three females. One, I don't know her sexuality, but she does like the pronoun thing. And the other one I know is a lesbian. And then there's a black man on the show who is gay and everything. And so for the most part, it is very diverse and everything, you know. And more power to them, I say, because, you know, everything was too vanilla back in the day. And so when it comes to this show, I think it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like wowing me, but it's not irritating me at the same time. It's not wowing me like Mando, because Mando's just on the Mandalorian, boy, that's an awesome show. And it's not irritating me like Ahsoka, because I'm disappointed in Ahsoka, man. That solo episode she had in The Mandalorian was awesome. So I assumed her series was going to be awesome, and it was just kind of boring and stuff. But the worst Star Wars television show I've ever seen is Boba Fett. Like that, the Book of Boba Fett, whatever it's called, that show was boring and everything. I've never watched Andor. I heard there's no lightsabers in Andor, so I don't want to watch Andor. And I love the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, despite it breaking continuity and stuff like that. Because the Obi-Wan Kenobi show actually felt like an older, like prequel-ish Star Wars type movie. It just broke continuity and everything, which I believe, starting with all these Disney Star Wars, I truly believe they're in a parallel dimension that is similar to the original trilogies and stuff, because there's a lot of stuff continuity wise that's not making no sense whatsoever. And it's just kind of like, you know, like I said, I'm a casual fan. And I'm pretty sure Luke was supposed to be the last Jedi, like, period. And all those other, like, you know, Padawan kids and stuff died during the prequels and stuff. But then all of a sudden, oh no, a couple have survived and everything. And I'm just kind of like, how? Like, it's established that they're gone, man. And when you have a movie called The Last Jedi, I'm pretty sure that dude's supposed to be the last Jedi and everything. But anyways, I truly believe it's just in a parallel dimension similar to the original trilogy and everything. And so, yeah, whatever. So when it came to this series, like at first I was debating if I was going to watch it or not. And so when I heard that, like, you know, they were going to have like martial arts, I'm like, oh, okay, I like martial arts. And I heard lightsabers. I'm like, cool, I love lightsabers. Despite the first two episodes being lightsaber light. They'll whip them out, but they don't do much with them and everything. But then I heard Carrie-Anne Moss was gonna be in this, and Daphne King. So I'm like, dude, sign me up and everything. You know, Carrie-Anne Moss from like The Matrix, and Daphne King from Logan, who was X-23, and she was in what's that show I reviewed? It was something with the talking animals and stuff, and Oh, I forgot. I think I can't even think of the name of, but she was in like all three seasons of that. And so I'm like, cool, man, sign me up. But I couldn't believe they killed Carrie-Anne Moss within just a couple of minutes. I'm like, what the heck? They pulled a Scream Drew Barrymore on us and everything. I could not believe that crap. So I was pissed after that. I'm all like, I don't want to watch the rest of this series. I'm all like, whatever. I guess I'll watch it. Daphne King is still in there. As long as they don't kill her off yet, I'll be happy. And she did a really good job. Her acting has come like a long, long, long way and stuff. She's been in tons of projects when she was younger, but now that she's older, she's getting these more high-profile projects that's making her more of a household name and everything. As for the rest of the cast, um. I recognize some of the other people, but like I haven't seen them in much. So like the dude who plays Soul, I've never seen John Jay's no, Lee John Jay. I've never seen him in anything because I haven't seen Squid Games yet. Charlie Burnett, who plays Yord. I've seen him only in Russian Dolls. And the one lady with the green face, what is her name in real life? I can't think of it right now. I think it might be, no, crap. What's it? Her name is something, but I can't think of it. I've only seen her in Russian Dolls, and I saw her in Single Drunk Female. And so, like, yeah, like I've seen her and stuff, but it's like I haven't seen her like in much, you know what I'm saying? And so like you have Lee who plays Soul, and he's like a Jedi Master, and his Padawan is that of Jackie, who is half Teelan, and she is played by Daphne King. And so Amandla Steinberg, she plays two different roles. Osha and May, they're twins, and I've been wanting to see a Star Wars something that has to do with twins, where one is on the good side of the Force and the other one is on the bad side of the Force. Why in the world has it taken this long to do that? I have no idea. However, one of the twins, Osha, has lost the abilities of the Force because she hasn't really used it in 6 years. And so, like, the actress and everything, she came up with the backstory of them as yin and yang. So the yin is that of May, who is more emotional, and the yang, who's more masculine and everything, that is Osha. And so, like, in the beginning of the first episode, you will see that of Carrie-Anne Moss's character. Oh crap, what the heck is her name? In Dara or something like that. She's just at a bar, and then all of a sudden May comes in and they fight. But May clearly has the ability of the Force, but she doesn't use a lightsaber for some reason. And she just used like throwing daggers. And so, like, after Force food, what the heck, man? After they start doing some martial arts and everything, May distracts her. May goes to kill the bartender. And so Indaria stops it with the Force, but doesn't see the second dagger thrown, and it goes in her chest. I'm like, nah, man, she has to survive this. If like the main bad dude from like, you know, the original trilogy can survive, come on, man. And Darth Maul, if he can survive, she can survive that too, man. Like, come on, man. And so like she's dead, and so the Jedi are looking for whoever killed her. And so then we see that of Osha on like this ship trying to help repair the outer hull. And you really truly believe that she killed, like, you know, this Jedi Master, especially when her whereabouts from last night can't be like, you know, what is it, confirmed and everything. So they take her and you really truly believe she's evil, but then she doesn't act evil. So I'm like, could this be like a Jacqueline Hyde type thing, that like she's good and evil and just doesn't know, she has a split personality? That would also be cool to see in Star Wars. So when she's on the prisoner ship and everything, it starts to crash land because the prisoners are trying to take it over, and everybody gets out but her, and she crash lands on like a planet. So the Jedi are sent in to like get her and stuff. And so basically, what we find out about this show is that because you see May and she's talking to this one like arms dealer named Quinmer, and so like she wants poison from him to kill this one Jedi because she's out hunting Jedi, but she only wants 4 specifically. And so this show has like twist upon twist upon twist. And they really do avert your expectations because you assume she's just out hunting Jedi. And then she's talking to a Sith Lord and everything, a Sith Master, and he doesn't want her to use like a weapon and stuff, like a lightsaber for some bizarre reason. And so many people assume that it's the big bad from the original trilogy because this is set 100 years before the events of like the prequels and stuff, the original prequels. And so like, or is this set 100 years before the whole Luke stuff? It's either 100 years before Anakin or 100 years before Luke. Either way, people assuming it's the big bad, you know who, but I don't want to spoil that and stuff. But people are assuming it's him, and I think it might be him too, because they love to throw back original characters from the original trilogy in these shows, so it most likely would be him. Palpatine and everything. I truly believe it's him that was talking to her and everything. But anyways, so like, it would make sense if it's him, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, you assume she's gonna hunt down all the Jedi Masters, but no, she only wants 4 and 4 specifically. But why exactly? You know what I'm saying? And so it's later revealed that she killed her parents in a fire. And they presumed that she was dead. So Soul thought she was dead. But there are 3 Jedi that know for a fact who she is and that she is alive. And when Andario like fought her, she wants to know who trained her and everything because they thought she was dead and they know her twin hasn't like, you know, has given up on the Force and everything. And even when she tries to use it, she can't because, you know, she just like hasn't like, you know, trained in it in so long. And so like when she goes to fight Turban and everything, he's in some type of meditative state where he's just meditating the entire time. And he has kind of like this force bubble around him to where she can't penetrate it for no matter what. So this is when she goes and gets the poison and she tells him, you can either take this poison willingly and everything, or, you know, something, I think, I can't remember what else she said. She said either he can take it for the crimes that he committed and everything, or something about she'll kill him, like, you know, physically or something like that. And he tells her he's been preparing for this time for like 10 years, waiting for her and everything because of something that happened in the past. And he takes the poison and kills himself because he can't live with the guilt and he doesn't want people to know what happened all those years ago, for about 13 or 16 years ago. So when her arms dealer dude turns her in, the Jedi are gonna ambush her and everything. And so like she's managed to like escape, but she sees her twin, and her twin is very hesitant about stunning her with that blaster, but then misses and then constantly keeps trying to shoot at her and stuff. So when they inspect like Turban and stuff, they can't find no physical like bruises on him, and Soul believes that hey, he took it by willingly and everything, you know. And so now this show is basically a mystery of what did these four Jedi people do, or at least three, because Andaria did something, Turban did something, and the rookie who lives in exile on this planet, he was involved with it. But I don't think Soul was, because he didn't even know that what's her name was alive, or maybe he was involved, but he just thought she died or something. So there's a huge mystery, and that's kind of what's keeping me roped in this whole mystery of what did these four Jedi do? Because this is a time before the Sith were ever the Sith. And some Jedi have, disconnected from the good side of the Force and just left. And, the Sith is getting, like, born and everything. I believe these four Jedi were the cause of the fire that, like, burnt her home down and killed her parents. And I believe they just put the blame on her. That's what I think, at least. You know what I'm saying? But it hasn't been confirmed yet. There's only been 2 episodes. There are 8. And so, yeah, this show is just basically a big mystery of what did the good guys do that made them, like, do something bad. You know what I'm saying? So I am very intrigued, like, by that and everything. As for the lightsaber action, like I said before, there is none because May doesn't use a lightsaber, so that kind of sucks and everything. They'll use it to deflect something or just whip it out to show it, but they're not using it yet. And I want to see them use it because I love lightsabers and stuff. As for the characters, they're all right. Like, Jackie, she's very like the logical type one, and she's like a prodigy and everything. What did I say the other dude's name was? Who is Charles? Yord and everything. There's something about him that's kind of mysterious. Like he knows Osha and stuff, and when she sensed her sister, that like because her sister would project her. It's weird because her sister didn't even. Her sister was surprised to see her, but her sister has been projecting herself as a younger person to her. So it's an interesting mystery with that because even she thought her sister was dead. And so when she left the group to go find her, he followed her and didn't try to stop May. So there's something odd kind of going on with him, or he could be like a red herring and everything. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.